Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Do hope you're doing well. If you're a new subscriber, it's great to have you here, and if you're a subscriber already, it's great to have you coming back. So this has been a while, hasn't it? I've not got any hauls or nothing for you or anything like that. I just thought I'd maybe have like a quick catch up, you know, because it's been a while and everything like that, and I haven't really had any hauls as such, apart from like food shopping and things like that, you know, because I've been trying not to buy as much, as I said once before when I was like chatting about things, not buying anything that I don't need, that is not necessary, you know, just to make content or to make a video, you know, because I mean everything is so expensive. Just to say I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that, and then I mean have it all hoarded up in cupboards or stashed away, and every time you open a cupboard everything falls down on you, you know, 6 packets of tissues and 4 lipsticks and 12 packs of, I don't know, anything, whatever, you know, because every time you're having to do a haul. So I thought, no, I'm just going to buy things as I need them, just little things. So I'm actually well stocked up with things, so that's why I've not had any hauls or anything. Mostly food, because everybody needs to eat food, so that's what I've been buying. So anyway, I hope you're all doing well and keeping fine, and the weather is not too bad where you are. It's actually turned not too bad now. It's a bit dull today, but it's it looks like it's going to rain, so and that's nothing new anyway. So yeah, so I just thought I'd have a bit of a catch up with you, and just to let you know, like I'm still here. Still trying to get to that 500 subscribers since 2000. No, when did I start? Oh, it's 2 years ago since I started it. Well, I suppose it's not too bad, but you know, as I said, well, if I'm not making any videos and not hauls, because I mean, I know people like subscribers and things like that, not to me but to other channels, they just thrive on like seeing people going shopping to Home Bargains, B&M, Primark, M&S, or you name it, and like once a week they've got 5 uploads. I just can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry, but I can't do it. That's because I always said at the beginning when I started this channel, I'd be completely 100% honest with you, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And that's probably why I can't get a lot of subscribers, because I'm too honest. Too honest for my own good, that's what it is. I've been too honest for nearly 64 years. So if you didn't know, yeah, I'm nearly 64. I'll be 64 in January. So, yeah, so what have I been up to? Well, I've been mostly out in the garden, trying to get the garden into some kind of shape, matter or form, when it's been, after all the bad weather, all the rain and everything. So the other day I was out cutting the hedge on the outside, because I was doing the inside after I cut the grass, and oh, I was absolutely knackered. I couldn't do any more. I thought, no, I just can do so much and that's it. So I, yeah, the other day there, so that's what I was doing, cutting the outside of the hedge, because I own a main road, you see, and you've got to like make it a bit neater, as I say. So that's what I was doing, catching up some Netflix things, Prime, no Prime, what do you got? What is it called? Prime, Prime, Prime. Is that what we call Prime Network or whatever it's called? That. Prime, and what else? Or some of the soaps in that as well. So yeah, I've been catching up on some telly, some reading, and I went out with Anne on Monday there, and we went into Edinburgh, into town anyway, not into Edinburgh, into town, and because we live like a little bit outside of town, so we have to travel into town. It wasn't actually too bad. I actually thought it'd be quite busy, you know, with this time of year with all the tourists and that. But it will get busy next month, I'm sure, because that's our Edinburgh Fringe, and you get all the stars, all the actors and that, you know, and then celebs and all that come from all over, wherever, just to see some of the shows and everything. So you can always spot a celeb if you come for that time of the year. I've saw quite a few actually. I've saw Apollo Grady, I saw Les Dennis, I've saw Jimmy, I can't remember really, Jimmy from Emmerdale. I can't remember who, I've seen a few but I can't remember who else offhand. No, I can't remember, just a few. So I've not been actually up since for a couple of years in the Fringe, because it can really get busy. I mean, all the restaurants and shops and bars and all that, streets especially, you're like this on Princess Street, you're like crawling like that, and then the buses are always packed, and but I suppose it's always good though to see it like that. But it can, especially a bit if it's really busy and it's hot, it makes it horrendous though. You know, it's because it's just, all the shops are just busy, and restaurants and that as well. It's no good for me. I just get sort of flustered. I just think, I've got to get out, it's too hot, you know. But to have them open at the sides and that, like outside the cafes and restaurants and that, outside dining. So, that's okay. What else? Oh yeah, Anne and I went to a place on Monday. Well, first of all, we started off, we went to it's a place called the Willow Tea Room, and it's just opened in Edinburgh, but they've got one in Glasgow. Oh, it's really nice. Absolutely, it's like to do with there's another one in Glasgow as well, like Rennie Mackintosh, and it's like to do with all that kind of stuff. And the Willow Tea, I'm really glad that there's one in Edinburgh, because it's every time we go to Glasgow, that's where we always head for, is the Willow Tea Room, and it's lovely. It's just so, it's like well, not fine dining, but it's like, you know, it's like where you know, something like from Downton Abbey and that, like in the old days or something, when they would go along with their long dresses and that, and go in, because they've got like high chairs and everything, not high chairs, but you know, but high back chairs and things like that. And well, they do have high chairs, and I did see that actually for a wee one. But it's just lovely. It is. It's just so lovely. And then we ended up at a food place, which got street food place, Mowgli Street Food, and that was really nice. It used to be, the interior was absolutely lovely. It really was. But it used to be the old Clydesdale Bank. And because they're turning a lot of places like that into restaurants and that. It was the same when I went to Manchester. We went to the Kimpton Clock Tower Hotel. That used to be an old an insurance place, I think it is, or that. But that was a lovely hotel as well. I mean, the interior, just leave it as it is. Obviously, listed buildings have got to leave certain amounts of decor and interior thing and everything like that. But it was a lovely place. And then we had the cheek. I mean, it wasn't very big plates though, because she said that, she said it's just small plates. She says you maybe need to order like 2 or 3 plates. But I says to Anne, I don't know, because we're both on, well, obviously on our weight loss journeys. And I said to Anne, I think I'll just take the one. She says, I'll do that as well. So we got one, it was, I can't remember what it was called, it was a chicken dish, but it had ginger in it. It was actually quite spicy, and I mean, not right hot that you couldn't eat it, but it had a wee bit of a kick to it, which I like, because I love my spices. So if you ever hear me, like, obviously if you watch any of my cooking channels or what I'm adding, my foods and that, I always add spices, because it gives it that kick. But you've got to add flavour, you know what I mean? You've got to add some flavour to cooking. No wanting it so bland that you're just having to, like, you know. Anyway, that's me. I like to make it so it's nice. And so I'm digressing again. So yeah, we had that, and we had a basmati rice each, and we had a roti, the bread. There was 2 in that, so we had 1 each. But as I said, it was small plates, so we were quite we weren't full or anything after it. But we were satisfied, and that was it. It was nice, very tasty. And they had the decor, as I said, was nice in there as well. And they had in that place, there was the old bank, and they had over at this side where we were sitting, at this to the left. Well, I'm probably going to the right too, but it was our left, and they had swings. And I said to Anne, I wonder if they, I always have a bit of curiosity about me. I said, I wonder if they move. You know, like when you're eating your meal, do they, like when you're sitting eating your meal and you're swinging back and forward? So there was nobody sitting at them, but then eventually, like I think it was a couple had come in, and they sat, and I said to Anne, oh, it's moving like a swing. So when we finished our meal and that and paid for it, I said to Anne, I'm going to have a shot on one of the seats. So I sat in the swing, and one of the girls in that, she came over, are you okay in that? And I says, yeah. I said, I haven't been in a swing for about 50 years or something like that. I says, I'm just having it wasn't going up and down like what you'd normally, just moving back and forward like that when you're sitting. That I don't think I could have sat there and had my meal and been on a swing, because half of it would have been down my front anyway. But it was a joy to just be sitting on a swing when you're nearly 64 without breaking it. But it was strong. I mean, you can tell, obviously, there was people sitting there when we were leaving, but it's strong. I wouldn't mind one in the house, actually. I could just sit and, swing back and forward. But I'd probably bring the ceiling in. It wouldn't be strong enough in here for a swing, that's for sure. I'm giving my mind a treat now. So where did we end up after that? Oh, we went like a few shops. So we went to a health shop, a health place, not Holland and Barrett. It was one in Edinburgh. It's up Hanover Street. It's called Hanover Health Foods, I think it's called. So we got some bits and pieces in there just for our immune system, as they say, and whatever. So I got some rose tea bags, and I got a big bag of mint, because, well, obviously I use a lot of mint, and buying the little jars out of Asda's or anything, it's about $1.20 or whatever. So I got this great big bag of mint for £3, and I got, what else did I buy? Oh, a bag of chia seeds, and I got these other like charcoal tablets, like for your, like, if you're bloated or anything like that. I'm always getting bloated. So I bought them, and it says on it that I think you're supposed to take 2 before and 2 after. I says to Anne, I'll just take, if I feel bloated, I'm taking 1. I thought, because like charcoal, no, so I says to Anne, no, because I thought I've had charcoal toothpaste, and that's enough, the charcoal. So I thought I'll give them a try anyway. If I feel bloated or that, I'll just see if they work when I feel bloated. So then after that, we ended up, when we were in Hanover Street, if you just cut down there, if anybody knows Edinburgh, you cut down a bit and there's Rose Street, and we went into the Patisserie Valerie, and that's another wee favourite of mine, and we had the cheek to have a cream tea. It was just 1 scone each with a bit of clotted cream and some jam, and I had my Earl Grey tea, and Anne just has the ordinary because she doesn't like Earl Grey. And it's for let, so there's a lot of them are closing down, which is a shame, because all the little places that I like, or probably anybody else does like, and that, they're all closing, and it's a shame, because that is a really nice place for a cup of tea, and and a wee cream tea. They used to do what was it again? I can't remember. I've lost the thread. I'm talking anyway. So it was £8 something for the two pots of tea, the scone and the cream, the clotted cream and the jam. So I thought that wasn't too bad. So then I says to Anne, she's always got a habit of this, and I says to her, because we like share things, like I bought like the teas and things like that and whatnot, and she, like, we just share things, and then she would say, I'll get this, go half with the meal, or if it's expensive, if it's too much, we'll go half, if it's no, we'll just pay it. So I says to her, now it's my turn to pay for this, and I'm going to the toilet. When I come back, I'm going to pay, because the desk thing, or whatever you call it, counter, is just at the door. I says, and don't pay it, do not pay it, or I'll slap you. Right, I'll slap you. So I went to the toilet, I came back, and she's getting her jacket on and that, and I says, now I'll need to pay for this, and she's going, and I thought, you paid for it, and the young guy was at the behind the counter, and I says, has she paid for that? And he goes, I went, see, I told her, I knew it. I said, she does this all the time, can't even go to the toilet, and she's away paying it. What a woman she is. But we're good friends. We've been friends for next year for nearly 18 years now, because we met at work, and I always says to her, because I think I've told you the story before, somebody said to me, there's somebody that stays where you come from, and she was coming up the stair, because we were up the stairs in our bit where we were having our breaks, and she came up the stair with this coffee pot in her hand, and I always say to her, the minute I saw you with that coffee pot, I knew we'd be friends for life. I always say that to her. The minute I saw you with that coffee pot, I knew we'd be friends for life. So she sat down beside me, because obviously we came from where I stay, and we we were blethering away and everything like that, and then we haven't stopped talking since, and that's us, and we've been here, there and everywhere. We've been to Dublin, Glasgow, it's just been all over the place, out her house, my house, out for lunches, cinema, theatre, whatever. So, oh yeah, talking about the theatre, so we've got something planned for next, is it February, I think it is? Yeah, and one of the, I think it's it's called the Queen's Hall in Edinburgh. It's we're going to see, I don't know if you know her, I probably do, Nina Conte. She's like a ventriloquist act. She's got like the monkey and that, and she gets people up from the audience, and they put these masks on, and she like pretends it's like them that's speaking. So I've always wanted to go and see her, so I was so glad that she was coming to Edinburgh, because I sometimes miss the show if I've not noticed it. So I says, oh, that's great, she's coming. So as soon as the tickets went on sale, I booked them, and that's us. So that's us going in February next year. Yeah, that's something to look forward to. So I hope it's no snow on the ground. I hate that. Every time you're going somewhere, you think, oh God, please do not snow. But that was that. So that's something I've got to look forward to. So Anne says, oh, I'll need to pay for the ticket. I went, no, it's my treat. I says, because we're not giving each other Christmas presents this year. We've decided not to do that. We've stopped that, stopped the presents. And we've decided that we're just going to go out for different things like spas or things like that, and that's another thing I'm going to tell you about. So she says, well, I'll pay for a meal for us before the show. I says, right, that's fine, you do that. And so we're planning like a spa as well. There's another, it's a hotel in Edinburgh, it's a Radisson, no, I get muddled up, it's a Radisson Blue, I think it's a Radisson Blue, and they've got like a spa, a health place in there. And they've got these coconut, is it a coconut package or something? I can't remember what it's called. I think it's only about £65, and it's about a 30-minute treatment, and you get the robes and the slippers and all that kind of stuff. And they've got a pool, and you can use all that, and then you can have like a little lunch after or things like that. Not included in the £65, obviously. That'll be extra. But so we're going to plan that, because she says to me, oh, let me know the price. So what I done was I printed off the spa list of all the treatments and all that kind of thing. So when I see her next, we'll decide what we're going to do and when we're going to do that and get a spa. So I'm still planning my holiday as well. I've got a lot of things in the pipeline, a lot of things that I should say in my mind and that of where I'm going to go. I've been planning a lot of things. But as I said to you before, I'd probably be sick to the teeth of hearing me say it, but I've got to get my weight right down before I'll think about going on a holiday. But it's coming down. I've lost a lot of weight. I don't know if you can see in like that. I've lost a lot of weight, see? My t-shirts are no as tight on me. You see, I don't know if you can see that, see? The oldie stomach is going in. So, and I'm getting a bit of bone, what is it? My bones are sticking. I don't know if you can see that. It's no sort of fat and everything, or whatever before. So yeah, so my healthy eating has been doing. I've been doing well with that, and my weight loss. So sorry, I'm trying to think. I was going to say something else about that, and it's away out my head. Oh, always thinking, and I just go into something else. No, some of the meals and that I've been making are healthy. I mean, you get sick of seeing like food things and that, but that's part and parcel of life. You've got to eat, and if you're eating healthy to live, then why not? You're just showing people that, you know, it can be done. It can be done on your own, rather than paying like X amount for weight loss packages and things that didn't work. And then, like, I mean, I've tried Slimming World and that as well. I tried that a couple of years ago, and it just didn't work for me. I was eating too much. You know how they say you can eat as much rice and pasta and all these kind of things and that as much as you want, but and chicken and all that. But then if you're having like I think you come out, what was it 20, I don't know, I can't remember how many sins it was and all that. But I mean, if you're having something that was like about 6 sins or whatever, I mean, you were no hardly even treating yourself. You know, you were like living on vegetables and meats and fruit and all that kind of stuff. Rice and pasta, but I was actually getting heavier than I was, because I mean I can't eat. I mean I like rice. I like rice more than I like I mean, as I said before, I'm not into chips. I mean, I'll eat chips. If I'm going for a McDonald's and we get a wee thing with chips, that's about me. But when I'm out having like a meal and they've got like chicken, but you've got curry on the menu, I'll always say, can I have some rice instead of like chips and all that? Because I didn't like all that, mostly all that processed food. You know what I mean? Like all the, like just things like that. I like all fresh stuff. I like, well, mostly fresh. I wouldn't say I always buy fresh, but I like, you know, I like making them. I like making, like, if I'm making anything like wedges or things like that, I didn't mind them, but I'll buy the potatoes and I'll cut them up and I'll season them and I put them in the air fryer or something like that. That is okay for me, but it's frozen chips and that. Because I bought, I had my fish. I don't know if you saw the picture. Was it? Oh no, I didn't put that on here. No, I think I put it on my Instagram. I got fish. I always get fish from the fishman on a Friday. It comes round his wee van. And hi Ramsey, I'll not be watching this, but I'll say hi. And so I got when I done it, I think when I done one of my shopping grocery hauls, you saw I got a little box of frozen chips. Oh no. Oh no. I think 2 of them. I gave myself maybe 2, 3, and I had to put them in the bin right away. They were absolutely tasteless. They were just. And they were in that cardboard, and it was like you could taste the cardboard or smell the cardboard off it. No, oh no, they went right in the bucket. I just didn't like all the things like chips and that, frozen chips and just frozen like nuggets, chicken nuggets and all that. Oh no, I just don't like all them. No, I prefer like I just prefer, well, I didn't mind my corn stuff and that, but I like the corn mince and the corn chicken, making like a curry or a stir fry or something like that, with all their vegetables and things, like fresh vegetables and that, but no, that just doesn't appeal to me. My downfall is like the crisps and that is my downfall. I think that's, but I've cut them right down. I've cut the crisps down, I've cut down, what else? Oh, I can't remember what else I've cut down, but I've cut down a lot. I'm eating a lot of fruit. What else am I eating? I'm doing quite a bit of walking. Well, as much as I can with my osteoarthritis and that, because that's, see, when you've got things like that, you're limited with your exercise, you know. But no, yeah, I always say that when you make a cup of tea or have a cup of coffee, you don't always need a biscuit with it. You don't, right? That's just in your head that you every time you make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, you need to have a biscuit. You don't. So I've got the Slim Fast chocolate things, you know them. So maybe have one of them, not now, but one of them later on tonight, like for my last cup of tea or something like that. Yeah, but I've been having like my shakes and that in the morning. I like a shake and that in the morning. I do actually. And yesterday I had a bowl of cereal though. That was for a different, just a change. And yeah, so just mixing and matching things and having plenty of salads, meat, making like pasta, but portion size and that is key. Portion size is key. You didn't need to have your plate like that, like filled to the brim, overflowing. No, you didn't. So I always just make sure now I've got enough on my plate and that's it. Like the ones that we had that day on Monday when we went to the Mowgli, the street food place, I says to Anne, you know, I said, Anne, this is just really enough. It looks like, because when she said the portions are small, but when you look at it and it was on the plate and you had the rice and your chicken dish and that, and then you had your bread, it's enough. You know what I mean? You didn't need to say, I need to have half a pound of rice on my plate, or half a bag of chips, or 12,000 roast potatoes on my plate, or whatever. You don't have to. It's just you're greedy. That's all it is. It's greed. Oh, I think it is anyway. What is it? Is it your eyes are bigger than your stomach, or your stomach's bigger than your eyes, or something, whatever it is. Something like that. Words to that effect. So I've had my shake this morning, yep, and waiting on my bucket getting emptied. I didn't put my rubbish one out because I've not got much rubbish. Because that's the thing with me, like being like just eating healthy stuff and that, everything is like fresh. So most of the things in my, well, that's emptied as well, but the food recycling thing. So I've not even got anything in my bucket this week apart from the garden rubbish. That's out. That's out for getting emptied. And yeah, so that was that. So try to think if there's anything else. Oh yeah, tomorrow Friday, I'll have been in my house in here for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years in this house that I've built as a home. Well, my son at the time when he was staying here, after my marriage broke down and that, well, I had to go back and stay with my mum, and stayed there for a while until I got the house, and then I had to get it all done, like decorated, carpets, all that kind of thing, and working and bringing up a child or a son. It was, how old was he when he came here? 10, I think. Try to think. Was he 10 or 11? Because he was in the Gallaudet the year before we came. Right. Aye, 10. I think it was 10. I'm trying to think what he looks like when he's 10. And I know, I do know what he looks like when he's 10 because he was in the Gallaudet. He had like right short hair then. And he's got short hair now, but it's sort of in. And aye. So that's, yeah, 20 years in this house. So doing it all myself, starting from scratch and everything like that. So, and everything's paid for. That's it. Didn't owe anybody anything. Well, apart from rent, council tax, bills, obviously. But everything I can touch in here is paid for. So, yeah. No, I wanted it that way as well, just so I could, because I mean that's why I try never to get myself into a situation that I can't get out of, because I've already been in that situation when I was married, and that's why it took me a long time to find my feet again with the situation and what I was left with. So I always vowed that I would never, that was through no fault of my own, but so now I said, no, what I've no got I'll no miss. Do you know what I mean? And what I want I'll save up for. And that's why I didn't do as many like hauls, because I mean, what's the point in going out and spending money for stuff that you're really no needing just to make content to show people? I just didn't agree with it. I don't. I mean, if I go out and I buy some stuff, I'll show you it. Like I do the groceries and things like that. But if I'm not needing it, I don't really have to buy it. You know what I mean? Just to say, like, I bought this. I mean, I could have 14 tins of dry shampoo, like, and whatever, you know, and I don't know, and all the cosmetics under the sun, all the creams that you buy, all the skincare stuff. No, I just go and I buy a tin of Nivea cream, big jar like that, about £6 or something, and that does me for about 6 months or more than that actually. That's all you need. I'm not a miser. Certainly not a miser, but I just didn't bother with waste, you know. Just didn't agree with spending money for nothing, and I didn't agree with waste. I always say, if you've got something in your fridge and that, whatever, eggs, milk, I don't know, eggs, milk, a bit of cheese or something, you've got an omelette. That's it. You know, you have to say, now what can I get in that? I can't be bothered making that. I could just phone up for a Chinese or whatever, you know. No, just go into the kitchen, make it and eat it. You'll enjoy it more, knowing that you've no 40 to 10 quid and whatever for delivery. You know, you can sleep better at night. That's just me. So anyway, guys, I think I've yapped to you enough if you've not turned off by now, which you probably have, but still, it's me. Probably a lot of folk have switched off over the years, you know, but that's it. That's life, isn't it? So anyway guys, I hope you have a lovely day. Have a good weekend. Hope the sun shines. And whatever you're doing, stay safe and enjoy life. So, I'll catch you in the next one. And if you would like to subscribe to the channel and get me to 500 subscribers before I turn 64, that would be lovely. But you don't have to. You can just sit and watch if you want. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. If you just come across me, you'll think, who the hell is this? Anyway, have a good day and I'll catch you later. Take care. Bye bye for now.